We're excited, but somebody's about to get roasted.
Yeah, y'all about to get roasted. Get ready.
It's my time now. Boy, it took me a long time to write this speech. I didn't know how to start. It was as if I spent all my words as your program manager last year. In opening circle speeches at Baruch, in my weekly emails, in the conversations we had in the hallways of LPS or in the pods behind my desk. Be the best version of yourself, I'd implore. Don't be late, I demand. Stop flipping people's backpacks inside out. Sometimes I'd lecture you just because you happen to be sitting there. Mind your own business. You see, I wasn't thinking about this graduation speech back then, because if I had, I surely would have saved a few words for today. But then again, I needed every last one of those words last year, because, well, you guys were a handful. My words were the only weapons I had to combat those times you wanted to quit, or you felt lazy, when you suffered from, as Colin Shea likes to call it, momentary bouts of insanity. Or as I like to call it, prolonged stretches of being a jackass. So, to the class of 2016, who robbed me of my best words, lower your expectations for the rest of this speech. Or failing that, forget everything I told you last year, only for the next few minutes. There are a million reasons why you should not be here today. Your skin is too dark. You are poor. You are not a citizen. Your parents never went to college. You are the other, the forgotten, the unseen. They doubt you. They tell you you belong in the kitchen, or the basketball court, or back in your own goddamn country. They don't know your name, or your family's proud history, or what you've sacrificed. They don't see that you're made out of iron, that you can walk through walls, that you've been beating the odds from the day you were born. There are a million reasons why you shouldn't be here today, and yet, here you are. You live in the shadows of skyscrapers, travel underground between boroughs, walk beneath a canopy of dust and smog and smoke. And though you catch only fleeting glimpses of the sun and stars, you still look up to the sky and dream. You had to grow up quick, because you saw from a young age how tough this world could be. You've navigated the New York City subway system alone since you were 13. You can speak 2 languages but curse in 4. You watched over younger brothers and sisters, translated bills and notices for grandmothers and aunts, avoided the corners you knew were nothing but trouble. You learned when to keep your head down and when to puff out your chest. You've been hungry and tired and cold, but you've never stopped fighting. You've won national scholarships. You've traveled to the far corners of the world. You've worked side by side with doctors and lawyers and bankers. You've stood in a room full of 1,000 of New York's most powerful and important people, and you've had them looking up to you. There are a million reasons why you should not be here today, but none of them matter. Your skin is exactly the color it should be. You are materially poor, but you are spiritually rich. You are not a citizen of this nation, but you are a citizen of this world, a human being like any other. Your parents never went to college, but they gave up everything so that you could. And now you sit here before me about to graduate high school. And I stand here humbled and proud and moved beyond words. It's a bittersweet moment for the staff and for your families. Because as happy as we are in this moment, we know you must leave us soon. Look at all the tears in the eyes of the people in this room. I can't see Ash and Sam right now, but picture that mascara and snot ring. This is what love looks like. So, as we come to a close, allow me this one last moment to end our time together as we once started, with the lecture. Don't be late, ever. You may not be able to control the MTA or the weather or the traffic, but you can control when you leave. It's always better to be an hour early than 10 minutes late. On the day you move into college, go early. That way you can pick which side of the room you want before your roommate gets there. Then after you've settled in, go out and introduce yourself to the people on your floor. Make friends. Build a support network. More people quit college because they feel alone and out of place than because they failed biology. Remember from whence you came. Your success is not yours alone. When you go off to college in a few months' time, your stories will mean something to others you have never met. Yours will be the name your uncles and aunts, your neighbors and friends will utter to their children as proof of what's possible, even when the odds are stacked against you. Remember also that the burden of this success is to act in the way you implore the privileged and the powerful to act now, with humility, with respect to your fellow man, with the understanding that your success is a product of 1,000 other people who helped you along the way. These ideas are embedded in our very name, sponsors for educational opportunity. And it's in our most oft-repeated tenet. It is not about you, it is about those who came before you and those who will come after. Put another way, live for something larger than yourselves. It wasn't until I started to work at SEO that I fully understood the truth of that statement. And finally, in those moments of doubt, when it all seems like too much, I want you to take a deep breath and remember this. You are an SEO scholar. You are made out of iron. You run through walls. You've been beating the odds from the very day you were born. You've been the last group of scholars for whom I will have been a program manager. And though it ends one of the most rewarding periods of my life, I'm glad that it had to end, it ended with you. It has truly been my honor 2016. Thank you.